This could be really, really nasty rocket artillery. Oh yes, there it is. Beautiful stuff. Very, very nice. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 20 of my Highway 66 campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously, we absolutely crushed the East German salient that was heading towards Neustadt, and today we're going to be hopefully finishing them off with a series of auto resolves before we move into Alfeld for our big attack here to try and take this flag. So let's see how we get on. I'm going to prepare an attack. I would like to use the Panzer Battalion here to just overwhelm them. It says it's going to be a minor victory. If I bring the Jaeger Battalion, it's only going to be a major victory. I'm almost tempted to try this one out and see if we can get a major victory regardless.
Tally two.
Okay, that works out. But if we look at the losses, we only get 3% of losses. The combat advantage was that they didn't have any heavy tanks. So, in theory, that should also be the case for the 1st Battalion or the Manchester Regiment 23. It means we won't have to use our artillery to reinforce this battle. That's going to be a major victory. We ought to resolve that. Total attacking victory, yeah, okay, so it works every time. So this time around, no air defense, because these technically have helicopters. No heavy tanks. And then also Defender was lucky, which meant we maybe took a couple extra losses, but overall, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so that's those two units completely destroyed after the battle previously. And now we need to try and take out the EALR. If we finish those off, that would be great. I don't know who we attack them with, though. It's got to have to be the Panzer Battalion 151, right? I can also move Panzer Battalion 141 down and engage with that if I want to maintain action points on Panzer Battalion 151. Like in that sense, we just use 141 instead. The issue here is like 141 and 143 can both engage units on the north side of Alfeld, which would be very useful. So I think we'll just move forwards here and we'll engage like so. And I'll use this artillery at the back here. It says it's going to be a minor victory. If we can get like the heavy tank, like they'll have like no artillery penalty, like no heavy tank penalty, right? No heavy tanks, no command unit. Oh, they actually have no command. Did we kill all their commands? Well, I guess that gets the job done. Cool. All right, so that's auto resolves done. Now we can move on to Alfeld. So I'm not actually going to be able to initiate an attack with Panzer Battalion 151 themselves, but it does make me more confident in using these units that are high on fatigue. Because with 4 action points, we're going to be able to reinforce in the following turn if they were to counterattack. I don't think they're going to be able to counterattack anyway, though, because all of these units are going to be on really high fatigue themselves. Like particularly, you can see all of these units are already, what, 6 fatigue, 6 fatigue. Like if they make one more attack, they disorganize themselves, so they can't attack. On this top side, we still have more attacks to make ourselves, so these will also end up on very high fatigue. So I think we can just go in here. We just take both of these, we take our artillery, and we just tactical battle and jump on in. Cool. All right, probably should check the map before we loaded in, but I guess it doesn't really make a difference. We're still going to commit to this battle regardless. We're on the airport map. Not a big fan of this one, just because whilst it does favour our heavy tanks, we only get 1-point sectors at the start, and they get a 2-point sector and a 3-point sector. So you have to be quite aggressive. Like we'll have to push through Alpha, get to Delta very quickly. I mean, we could go Bravo to Charlie pretty quickly because we have the Leopards, to be honest. That might be a better play. And probably an easier play than pushing through all of these buildings. There is a reinforcement point here, though, that makes it easier to attack Delta than it is to attack Charlie. But if we deploy enough on the left early on, I think we'll be fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll bring up all the Leopard 2s, get a little Leopard 2 squadron going. I will need something to protect my left flank, so we'll go ahead and put a Leopard here with a recon unit. We'll pop a recon unit maybe into one of the high rises here, and we'll put another one ahead of the tanks on the right. And then over on this side, probably still going to want tanks to kind of protect far right side. We're going quite far up to get there. We'll do a leader, plus the Leopards again. Get the recon in position. And hopefully we can just kind of chill on this right hand side while we push into Charlie. I do also want to invest in my M1Os. Those are going to be pretty important for this battle. We'll grab a few of them. That would be enough to like just one-shot a tank. I'm also considering bringing in a couple Milans to control the left side of the runway there. Okay, let's launch. Let's see how we get on. I'm putting the M1Os on a control group. So just a reminder, if you select a unit, you press like control 1, 2 to 9, I guess. You can then press 1 on your keyboard and it will just select the unit that you had. So I can do that on the left here, for example. I can do control 2 for the Leopards, we can do control 3 for this Leopard unit, and then I can just switch between them, depending on which side of the map I'm controlling. Since we can't see much, I'm actually going to run forwards with the Afkara. That's not so good. I am going to drop my Milans short, because the SPW-40s can kill them quite quickly if I'm not too careful. We will bring in, well, we'll bring over the Leopards to the left here, because we're going to have to intercept those BMPs as well. Alright, good kills. Just going to move up here in order to cut off this road. And it looks like I might have to bring in more units on the right side. We can kind of bait the shots, I guess, with the Leopards. With the Leopard leader. A lot of HGMs coming in. Okay, let's not poke the bear too much there. We will keep running up with those Afkara, bring up these Afkara. Well, there's going to be, yeah, I was going to say there's going to be some sort of infantry there. If there is a BMP. I respect that at close range. Oh no! Close range AT gun. Get artillery on that. So many gems flying around. That is wild. Yes, I might be able to do the same. I don't know what their artillery capability is like. Because if they don't have much artillery, what we could do is just focus on my artillery and just spam gems into these buildings.
Neue Befehle? Feind gesichtet. Speer zur Stelle.
I'm going to have these three move over here to help with the Mudschützen. We don't want them to overrun the Aufkader. We'll keep the Aufkader on return fire so they don't reveal themselves as well.
Feind gesichtet.
In the center, looks like we're going to have to put some units here as well. I do have these units coming across, I suppose. Getting my push into Charlie, though, isn't really working out as planned. I'm going to continue to put shots over here. They've kind of spread out perfectly. Can't drive into that. We'll get some good damage down here from those artillery shells. That's great. We'll start smashing those to pieces as well. Those three can counter battery for us. There's a unit behind me here. This is proving to be a lot more awkward than I'd hoped. We're going to get some good hits in there onto the BMP-1s. And since we're going to be going for morale victory, the conquest points don't matter as much, but I do still need to stop the tick.
Feind gesichtet. Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Oh no.
Was sind Marsch? Aber achten Sie auf unsere jederzeit Gefecht.
Oh no. That's a side shot. Can't avoid that, unfortunately.
Rückwärts Marsch, Front zum Feind.
Oh, we don't want to overextend.
Achtung, Feuerkoordinaten. Erschossen. Keine Munition mehr. In 3 Wochen sind wir in Leipzig. Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Waffe klar zum Gefecht. Wir rollen. Es gibt nur
The AI kind of pushing through the center here is really not good.
Los, los, los. Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört.
Get out the tree line. Oh, they're just dead. Alright. I need a Lux or two to just run around and counter those. Recon is in short supply. I can't just let that die.
Hans Bravo 1, hier, wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad? Volltreffer, Ziel zerstört. Feuerbereit. Feld von Freund und Feind nicht.
I'm going to smash that crossroads since they're using it a lot.
Versorgung kann eingeleitet werden. Jederzeit gefechtsbereit. Wo wir sind, ist vorn. Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feind gesichtet. Hauptmann? Nicht schießen! Wir geben auf! Los, Männer, Beeilung!
I'm going to move the avocado across here. Oh, big hits actually. Very big hits. We hit that perfectly. Unfortunately no kills, but lots of damage dealt. Good.
Zugleich. An alle Einheiten. Sollen wir irgendwo einsickern?
Alright, still got to focus on capturing this objective.
Ein guter Aufklärer. Ausrücken, aber wachsam bleiben. Lux an alle. Funküberprüfung. Kommen. Panzer einsatzbereit. Los, los, los. Scheiße war das. Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört. Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad? Marsch, aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken.
Yeah, we'll wait for these leopards to come up and then we'll make our attack. Hopefully I can bring up some supply there as well and get the leader fixed up.
Feind gesichtet. Wir sind ganz ausrücken, aber wachsam bleiben. Es gibt nur 2 Arten von Menschen. Geschütz wird auf Ziel ausgerichtet. Wir bewegen alles. An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet. Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
I'm just going to make sure we kill off that recon unit there. And we'll make sure to just like drive a Lux round in the back line to finish off whatever is there.
Kampfbereit.
Gonna be nice artillery. Perfect.
Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken. Sollen wir irgendwo einsickern? Holen Sie das Fernglas. Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze. An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Pushing into the edge of this where all the BMPs are, where they've dropped off infantry, is going to be really difficult.
Wo ist unsere Sicherung?
Let's see if we can make it up into this building
Einsatzbereit.
with the avocado. We'll put them on return fire.
Das war die letzte Granate. Wirkung im Ziel. Feuerschlag unterwegs. Zu den Diensten. Marsch, aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken. Panzer an alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet. Fahrer,
Alright, we'll keep moving up with this avocado. Try and get it into position further up so we can move up these leopards as well.
Radiocheck, klar zum Gefecht. KI-Laden. Es ist mir eine Ehre, die Männer anzuführen.
Right, those have used up their ammo.
Feuerunterstützung bereit. Sprenggranaten geladen, feuerbereit.
A lot of BMPs.
Rückwärtsmarsch, Front zum Feind. Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft? Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feind
I think we need some artillery there. Let's just spawn them in, and I'm probably going to just use them
Feuerbereit.
immediately.
Overkill gibt's nicht.
Just smash that road to pieces.
Was sind Ihre Befehle? Aber
These leopards can kill the T-55s at close range, easy peasy.
Waffen! Achtung! Feind im Nahbereich! Halt! Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Zu Ihrer Verfügung, Kommandant! Fahrer, langsam vorwärts machen! Anhalten, wir warten hier! Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind gesichtet! Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Hier Alpha!
Okay, once these are fixed, we'll make the attack.
Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Volltreffer! Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind gesichtet! Sprenggranaten geladen, feuerbereit! Wohlhauptmann!
I might have to leave one here on the left.
Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft? Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind Angriffsformation!
Alright, let's go.
Rückwärtsmarsch, Front zum Feind! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen. Artilleristen und Ziele. Motor an und dann los! Volltreffer! Hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Sind nur Flächen. Erschossen! Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind gesichtet! Wir schaffen es nicht!
My health cutter.
Es hat mich erwischt! Verdammt!
No.
Oculus Exercit.
Losing my recon units is not good. They're so important.
Rückwärtsmarsch! Wird ausgeführt! Ende! Feind gesichtet! Nicht schießen! Wir geben auf! Stehen unter starkem Beschuss! Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört! Radio-Check! Höre
Right, we have to be
deutlich!
pretty aggressive now.
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Hauptmann! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Gemarschpause!
This map really forces me to be so
Volltreffer!
pretty rough.
Zu Ihrer Verfügung, Kommandant! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Fahrer, langsam Rückwärtsmarsch! Ladeschüsse! Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind gesichtet!
Let's bring in up a green archer or two for the left-hand side, because we're going to need the exceptional optics to spot the infantry in the buildings.
Wohlhauptmann! Wir wurden beschossen! Ihm ist ausgefallen!
Meanwhile,
Marsch langsam vor!
just
aber
gonna
seid schussbereit!
keep trying to
Bravo 1,
create a perimeter around this
langsam rückwärts!
leopard leader, although I don't think I'm going to be allowed to. I was hoping to get up to these tree lines so that I could engage those HM vehicles without being outranged, but
Zu Befehl! Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf
unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Feind gesichtet! Radio-Check! Höre Sie klar und deutlich! Rückwärtsmarsch! Front zum Feind! Panzer, halt! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Gute Arbeit! Rückwärtsmarsch! Rückwärtsmarsch! Front zum Feind!
Yeah, so that was the infantry I was talking about, and that T-55, I could have sworn it was going for the left one, and then the missile just swung across and killed the other. Oh, that's really bad. Right, we need to hit that with artillery. Make sure it's cleaned out.
Feind gesichtet!
What a really tricky battle this is.
Fahrer, langsam Rückwärtsmarsch! Klar zum Gefecht! KI laden! Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft? Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
I'm pretty sure there's no infantry in here, otherwise we probably would have been fired at already.
Ich höre, Herr Hauptmann! Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört!
Geeky T-55 in the corner there. Alright, well, this attack has netted us a lot of kills, at least. I mean, we've taken them down to 67 morale. But it is brutal, and my poor Alfeld here. Already lost a couple of those squads. We could utilize this tree line to get a bit of cover.
Los, Männer! Beeilung! Volltreffer! Den hat sie erwischt!
Ladeschütze! Ummunitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker!
Verstanden.
Wo brauchen Sie?
Let's see if we can take control of that tree line. I would like to bring maybe
Hier Bravo!
one of these leopards over here to support this one.
Rückwärts, rückwärts, Marsch! Front zum Feind! Alpha an alle! Funk über Panzer, halt! Klar zum Gefecht! KI-Lage!
Feind gesichtet.
Panzer einsatzbereit! Rückwärts, Marsch! Front zum Feind!
Wait, where did I lose a leopard? Ah, that one went to try and reinforce, got killed. Oh, this is a messy battle. Thing is, we have to somewhat be relentlessly aggressive. I should be hitting units that we can see in the open though, with artillery, whilst we go.
Zu Ihrer Verfügung, Kommandant! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Bravo 1, hier Bravo!
Overkill gibt's nicht. Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört. Das war die letzte Granate. Feuerunterstützung bereit. Overkill gibt's nicht.
Let's get these ones. They can be group 2 now.
Sprenggranaten geladen, feuerbereit. Ihre Befehle, Herr Hauptmann? Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen.
Fahrer, langsam!
Right,
rückwärts,
fuel is an issue for some of these tanks.
Das war die letzte Granate.
That one can stay here.
Feind gesichtet.
Alpha an alle!
One can move back up.
Feind im Zielgebiet zerstört. Es gibt nur zwei Arten.
They'd also want to counter battery. Is it the same place again?
Hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Kennt nur Flächenziel. Ich einpacken. Führen Stellungswechsel durch.
Kinda hoping I can just shift this into the corner of this tree line so it's not so sat out in the open.
Geben auf!
Führungsfahrzeug bereit. Hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Kennt nur Flächenziel. Artillerie zu Dienst.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Oculus Exercitus. Neue Befehle.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Nicht! Wo brauchen Sie uns,
Might put
Kommandant?
this leopard over there because it's low on fuel.
Letzte Rakete ist raus!
Versorgung kann eingeleitet werden.
Alpha an alle! Funk über Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanke! Radio-Check.
One thing I have liked about this battle is it's been a lot more dynamic than a lot of the maps. Like sometimes the AI can be a little bit predictable on this map because it's like so open and so wide. The AI seems to be sort of probing in multiple different places at once.
Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen. Hat einen erwischt. Taktische Feuerunterstützung bereit.
Wait, when did the Alfeld get killed?
Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Oh, the SBW again. Those SBW is so frustrating to deal with.
Rückwärts,
Little BRDMs causing me problems.
Rückwärts Marsch!
The T-55 wasn't even in HGM range, it was in normal gun range, because it's not an HGM variant.
Sammeln!
Ah,
Ausgabe!
this is out of fuel. No.
Waffen klar zum Gefecht! Wir rollen!
Right, Green Archer, come to the left.
Überprüfung. Kommen! Feind gesichtet!
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Is the lack of supply in this one really killing me?
Befehle auf
Gute Arbeit, Wingschütze!
A lot of infantry over here to kill.
Feind gesichtet!
Schuss hier, Alpha! Kampfbereit!
Wir sind ganz Ohr!
Jederzeit gefechtsbereit! Alpha an alle! Funküberprüfung, kommen! Bravo 1 erschossen! Keine Munition! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
All the BMPs forcing me to smoke though.
Panzer einsatzbereit!
Come on, Leopards. You can do better than that.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Ein guter
Some of these misses are incredible.
Brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft! Ah, es hat mich erwischt, verdammt!
Okay, 28 more kills to take.
Ara, langsam Rückwärtsmarsch! Panzer einsatzbereit!
An alle Einheiten! Feind gesichtet!
Gute Arbeit, hier Alpha! Kampfbereit! Luken dicht! Wir greifen ab!
Sollen wir irgendwo einsickern? Wir sind doch keine First-Line-Units!
Ah, wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Let's just put some of these artillery units onto fire at will, maybe.
Feind gesichtet!
Or we could try and
Welt von Freunden und
Gute Arbeit!
arty this infantry as it moves. It's another thing we can do.
Feuerschlag unterwegs!
Volltreffer! Ziel
Just get the artillery raining in.
Bereit. An alle Einheiten! Feind gesichtet!
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Die Artillerie verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas Würde.
Oder, Kommandant? Verstanden! Ausführung vernichten!
An alle Einheiten! Feind gesichtet!
We killed a cub. Okay. This infantry
Feind in
is gonna have a bad time as the artillery starts coming in.
Wir kommen im Ziel. Taktische Feuerunterstützung bereit. Feind gesichtet.
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze!
Feuerunterstützung bereit.
Oh, that leopard now died.
Sprenggranaten geladen.
Wait,
Feuer
what?
bereit.
Langsam Rückwärtsmarsch!
I don't know if I'm just like not paying attention or is this always happening off screen.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Oder, Kommandant?
Getting good kills in on the left though. Only 10 more to go. It will probably still be classed as a total victory.
Es gibt nur zwei Arten. An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze!
Haben Sie neue Zielkoordinaten? Wirkung im Ziel. Welt von
Alright, we just shoot wherever we see units.
Bereit für die Feuermission.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo! Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Volltreffer.
Scheiße, Vater!
Very difficult
Kampfbereit!
battle to manage this one.
Gehen wir das Lagebild verdichten. Lux an alle. Funküberprüfung.
We have quite a lot of resources on the right hand side, but I'm not sure if moving them is a good idea because there's likely infantry in these buildings as well. But we did manage to find the last kills there. So 180 kills to 32 losses. And 32 losses is not too bad, although it was a lot of leopards. You know, it was... How many leopards is that? 7 leopards? Ugh, that's going to be some of the highest heavy tank losses I've had in a while. But the attack is made, and unfortunately it doesn't give us the flag, but it certainly sets us up for it in the next turn. What we're going to do here, we're going to put the Panzer Battalion right there, and that way it just blocks any more salients from pushing out of these areas. So next up, we're getting to the end of the turn finally. I mean, what is it? Episode 20, and we're only just getting to the end of turn 2. The thing I will say is it will speed up a lot, because the bottom side is almost completely destroyed. A lot of the units in the center are already disorganized or high on fatigue. And on the top side here, you can see the same is starting to occur, where we're making huge holes in the front line and disorganizing a lot of these units. So next up, we will want to engage the Panzer Regiment 4. Now, I assume I'm going to want to get the Panzergrenadier Battalion 142 involved. So we'll shift them up, and this will be the next attack to make. And we'll bring in our artillery, because there's nothing else really for me to be using that for. Alright, let's go. It's going to be a fun one, because we have a lot of tanks, it's a decent map, and we have plenty of rocket artillery support. Going to be pretty brutal battle, this one. We'll have our Leopards together. Really nice, this map, because you can concentrate your forces quite significantly. I'm going to bring in some Milan 2s to kind of cover our flanks. So I'll put one here, we'll put one here. We might put one into this tree line even, or on the left. Might be a good idea, and we'll match those with Aufkader squads. Preferably don't want to put the Aufkader into the same building. That way they don't get collaterals when they arty us. I'm going to put an Aufkader over here, and we'll try and get an Aufkader over here as well. Good. Alright, rocket artillery is comprised of LARs, which are sort of light rockets, and then we have MARs, which are cluster. So we can maybe... Ooh, actually, I've never really tried this against the AI. What if we just target the roads at the start? Wonder if that'll work. That's going to be too close. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll give it a try. If it does, it could be pretty big early on. Give us a bit of a boost in points. We'll get the Leopard 2 A3s to increase in number. Let's go. We've only got to get 120 kills, so shouldn't take too long. Here goes the artillery. Alright, we are actually hitting their starter here. That's pretty big. Whether or not we actually get kills though, guess we'll see. We are getting a couple. Yeah, this one was really good. Alright, nice. I will make sure the leader stays back as we continue the push here. We're kind of riding into a lot of ATGMs. really not getting the shots that we need. Okay, still a pretty good start. We'll bring in all of my Unimogs just to reload those Mars, and we'll bring in a couple of new ones.
Los, los, los! Feind gesichtet!
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Fahrer, langsam vorwärts marsch!
We'll get some MM13s to start moving up. Alright, let's fire at that. We'll fire here as well. Because all of their units are going to be continuously moving. Best for me to fire at junctions where their troops are going to slow down. Well, that's pretty rough. There's a lot of BMPs. Good kill. Let's just speed things up a little bit. He's going to be ready to fire shortly. We just need better eyes. They seem to be focusing a lot on this right side. Try and move up on the left a little bit. I'll have the Alfeld push forwards. That was very nearly a side shot onto the leopard there. Because the Alfeld missed that going, okay, is it going to a good enough position to side shot me there? Maybe I shouldn't have been in that position altogether, but still really rough. Oh, there's so many HDGMs flying around. Here goes the rocket artillery. It's going to be hitting these two and those lot back there. This could be really, really nasty rocket artillery. Oh yes, there it is. Beautiful stuff. Very, very nice. Smashing the BMPs on the backside, killing all the T-55s on the front. That is perfect. Wonderful artillery. Make sure we move them. And now we've got to play clean up on all the infantry. I guess, in theory, I could bring in the Lars now to shoot the infantry. But they're not actually any more effective, really, than the leopards. But it will look cool, so why not?
Overkill gibt's nicht.
Radio rückwärts raus und zum Feind. Ladeschütze und munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
Rückwärts raus und zum Feind.
Here comes the rocket artillery over the top. Very, very cool. All these Unimogs, almost all these Unimogs, are empty. All those Lars are empty.
Raketenartillerie Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit machen. Anhalten, wir warten hier.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Rückwärts raus! Sucht ihre
Ah, should have had that reversing. Too busy microing the supply. Yeah, well, this is certainly adding up to quite a substantial amount of kills, so I am happy about the progress we're making. All of these Mars are reloaded as well, which is great.
Neuen Einsatzraum.
So we'll have them to use.
Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit machen. Wir können ihre Truppen auffrischen.
Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Rückwärts raus! Läufer an alle! Punktüberprüfung, kommen! Panzer, halt! Panzer einsatzbereit! Ladeschütze und munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker! Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
I'd like to get some HGMs into these buildings or into this tree line. What I'm going to do actually, we'll bring in a load of Panzergrens and push into these buildings.
Feind gesichtet.
Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört!
Weder Freund noch Feind. Nur lohnende.
I'm going to attack there, we're going to attack there. Hopefully those Mars can get some extra kills for us.
Die Artillerie verleiht der hässlichen
These ones, we're going to do something like this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go 1, 2, and then that one can just chill for the time being.
Feind im Nahbereich. Raketenartillerie zu sehen. Artillerieangriff läuft.
Wo brauchen Sie unsere Waffen? Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken!
Unfortunately, nothing on the T-junction.
Panzer einsatzbereit! Gute Arbeit, Wegschützen! Bravo 1, wieder Bravo! Feind gesichtet! Wir wurden getroffen!
Or we might hit these T-55s if they come in. Constant rocket artillery. Oh, the track's broken. And they don't have smoke left. That's really rough. Give me another dead leopard.
Munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker!
It's kind of crit screwing me over there.
Panzer auf! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken!
Feind gesichtet.
Was denn jetzt? Der Rakete ist raus!
Okay, we'll speed things up as my infantry comes over, because we're just going to be holding this position now.
Volltreffer! Ziel zerstört! Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Hier Alpha! Handbereit! Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerwehr? Gute
Feind im Nahbereich.
Radio-Check! Schuss! Kein
Feuer.
Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden? Wohlhauptmann! Panzer einsatzbereit!
I'll try and get the Milans into that building for now. Oh, that leopard died. I didn't even see that. I was not paying attention. I would have slowed it down much sooner. Well, the constant attacks are ruthless. We don't really have the supply to resupply the artillery, but we can just bring them in. And bring in the new ones and use up their payload.
An alle Einheiten.
27 more kills to go. The Martyrs can clean up infantry that gets too close. I'm going to push out on this side. Oh, nice kill. They weren't even unloaded. The Martyrs should clean up a lot of these SPWs. That's going to be lots of points for us. I'm not going to keep sitting in this situation with the Leopard. It's not good. Good to see the Martyrs in action though. Usually I wouldn't use them because they're kind of going to get killed off very easily by all of the HDGams. It's kind of important that we support the Panzergrenz as they push forwards. Alright, 18 points left to go. Oh, my Afghar on the left died. Being recon is not a good job. That's for sure. Alright, where's my Mars at? Because that's annoying me. Bring in the Lars as well. And just use them to dislodge and kill off any units that are harassing me from range. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's actually hitting really well. Oh, wow. Okay. That Leopard, or the T-55 goes down, and that's a victory. Nice. Wow. Okay. In this battle, much better. Much, much better. The artillery, spot on. Especially at the start. We got a really good hit onto that road, and that really helped us set up into a good position for the rest of the game. Fantastic battle. That's completely destroyed that unit as well. Very nice. Exactly what we wanted to happen. These guys are on 7 out of 8 fatigue. Now, we just look for the secondary attack, which will hopefully pull in the 2nd Battalion of the Mutschützen Regiment 22. And we start to crush Alfeld from the north as well. Incredible stuff. All right, well, that is it for now. That has been my time, unfortunately. But next time, we have a few more attacks to make. And then it looks like we might finally move on to the next turn. I'll double check the front line to see if there's any more attacks and stuff to do before we move on. But yeah, I guess it depends how long the battles in the next episode take, but we'll see. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.